Hello everyone, introducing my stunning luxury velvet Raven King charmcasting mats. Hello everyone, I thought I would jump on here and just do a quick video about these velvet mats. So this here was the original mat of the 16 section charm casting mat, and this was done on velvet, and this is actually all embroidered in metallic thread. Now to do these was many hours of labor, plus I can tell you now a lot of cursing to an embroidery machine, because these are done here in-house, and trust me, they take about 3 hours, and you really wouldn't want to hear me. I'd make a sailor blush when I'm actually doing them. And they are the 13-inch charm casting mats, where I was embroidering these, where you could get to choose your centerpiece in whether you want in gold or silver or green or black or burgundy velvet or navy blue. But I ended up removing these because the listing is so much labor, and it's really such a headache to do, and it's doing my head in. So this is why I thought, let's look at the same mat but in printed velvet, and it's a lot less labor, hence you're also looking at half the price, which is even better for you guys. So this I've done in two sorts. So the mat behind me, that's actually my standard table mat in the red and black, and you can see I've kept the theme going the way through using the red and black also in my beautiful Raven velvet mat. Now these are velvet, exactly the same as the other with 16 sections, and I chose Raven for a reason. Raven is very popular with most people in the spiritual world, but I thought I'd also touch base and tell you about the symbolism of a raven. The raven actually is the messenger between the spiritual world and our earth plane, so they're often known as the carriers of the messengers. In tea leaf reading in particular, which is what I specialise in, the ravens are a time for to look within and manifest and do changes, and make changes to ourselves. So it's very transformative is the raven, and why it's very heavy in symbology. And so I've got him in the velvet, and look at it, isn't it gorgeous? And it's the same size. It's a 13-inch mat, or 33 centimeters across, the 16 sections, and I've done it in the red and black, but also in the ever popular turquoise. And the turquoise again, the blue is just so stunning. And the way you use casting mats is you can do it a couple of ways. You can actually go in, if you choose, and put a charm on each section if you wanted to go around the whole 16 sections. And I'd say if you're doing a reading for yourself, you could add 2 or 3, definitely no more than 3 per section, if you really want to map out what's going on with my life for the next 12 months and literally look at all these areas in your life. When using charms, I always suggest use a dice, and I actually have a 12-sided dice that I have, and the best way to use a 12-sided dice, or you can use normal dice, they help you when you're looking at timings, because timing is fate in our hands, and really it is literally the throwing of the dice. So if you got my labyrinth kits, you'll have the 12-sided dice already in your kit. If you don't have a 12-sided dice, just grab normal 6-sided dice. And if you can, get 2 of them, so you've got the 12, and like I said, even just using regular dice, you can have a look and ask question upon questions. So if I was, for instance, laying out this mat and I wanted to look at, okay, every section in my life, I'd say, okay, what's hidden? Gosh, I'm being bad ones, aren't I? So, that's even worse. But Thank goodness I haven't sat down actually and said this is a whole reading on me. But so if I had filled out all those sections and I'd say, okay, there's a new opportunity coming for me in the next 12 months, and I'd see house and chair, that literally would tell me the new opportunities is around something comfortable that feels safe and secure and very grounded. It can literally mean, and very much with T symbols, they can quite often literally mean what you see is what you get. A chair and a house would tell me an opportunity for new furniture within the home. And trust me, it can get right down to that very, very literal type of thinking. So if I was looking at this and said my question was the next 12 months and say, okay, there's new opportunities, roughly when? Spirit, can you tell me when are these opportunities coming? Because I've set a 12-month time span, I would be looking at these as a matter of months. So I've got 9 there. So it would tell me 2 things. 9 weeks is important to me, as is up to 9 months. So that would set my time frame for that question that I've asked. So I would journal, what does my next 12 months hold for me in new opportunities? I've got those as charms, and it's telling me that time frame. It would be the same if I was asking about dreams. I've got Triumphal Arch Bridge, which would tell me to travel, and I've got the Mask, which would tell me, again, opening up or revealing my dreams around overcoming obstacles and so on. Again, I would throw the dice. What does the dice tell me? 2. So it would tell me a couple of weeks from now, I may hear something important. It could be the planning of the dreams, up to 2 months. And you go through all your sections and journal like so. And it really is a massive, massive reading. And if you are a professional reader, or even just reading for friends and clients or what have you, for parties and whatnot, that is also very good. So grab yourself some dice, and again, you can just grab each section, or get your pinch of charms and you can scatter it and allow fate to fall wherever you land. So that's just a couple of different ways how you can use your charm casting mats. But it's very, very easy when we look at them in the whole sections. So that is these beautiful velvet mats, and they're both now in the Etsy store, and they are just stunning. But I thought I'd just tell you a little bit of stories behind the raven and why the raven, and in particular I've made him Raven King, because crown is the higher self, but it's also telling us what is the most important is self. And that may sound narcissistic or selfish, but it is really look at self. So our raven is our spiritual messenger between spirit world to our earth world. And what better way to have it is on our charm casting mats. Thanks for listening, and have a great day wherever you are.